Once again, the government is trying to hide important information from the public, including records requested by Dr. Paul. In this case, this article highlights the continued executive branch obstruction related to COVID 19 origins. And of course, Senate Homeland Security doesn't want us to know these things either. Senator Rand Paul has made numerous records requests, and they can't seem to get the information that they want to receive. It says Dr. Paul discussed the government continuously obstructing his efforts to obtain crucial information regarding the origins of COVID 19. As we'll see in a second, many emails have been deleted. Suspicious. People are using their personal accounts. Again, it's not just Hillary Clinton that uses their personal accounts to try to get away from government oversight. It's quite a lot of Democrats. Dr. Paul has sent oh no, that's not true. Dozens of requests to various agencies requesting critical records, many of which are not even classified, only to be met with blanket refusals to disclose thousands of relevant documents and or page after page of redacted documents. My goodness, does the government love redacting things and not telling us the truth. Last year, Congress unanimously passed legislation declassifying all documents on the origins of COVID 19, despite President Biden signing this bipartisan bill into law to release all documents. Congress only received an insufficient summary that members are forbidden from sharing with the public. Of course, because certain people would end up behind bars, I'm assuming. That's why they don't want us to discuss it. So here's Rand Paul going after Homeland Security to some extent on this issue.
On the heels of that, Senator Johnson, I can't answer to the subpoena part, and that's a decision the committee would have to make. But I can say that Chairman Peters and I have been on the phone with Becerra. We did request these, and he did chime in forcefully on it, and it is disappointing. They still haven't. Not only the documents you're looking for, what we're looking for, we passed a law unanimously to declassify all these things. And I tell people, because they don't quite get it, the declassified thing didn't work because it's already all not classified. What they're resisting. I mean, I'm all for it. And I think Senator Hawley did a great job with the bill, and I support the bill to declassify. Most of what we're looking for is not classified, and yet they still resist. The two documents I have that are 250 pages are not classified. So what we have is just complete resistance and obstruction. But I do agree with your point that if we do reform of freedom of information, people don't want to have punishment, but if there's no punishment, they won't work. There has to be a punishment. So, like Dr. Morenz, I'm still not sure if he's punished. Mr. Raskin, do you know if David Morenz has been fired or suspended?
I don't know, but to my knowledge, no.
I mean, if you want to send a message throughout government, if someone blatantly says, and I guess this was gotten through FOIA, no, not through FOIA, you got some of this information on his email. We now know that he's evading the law by using his own Gmail and saying, I delete anything that's also against the law, that he would be punished and publicly punished to send a message throughout government. Ms. Wiseman, do you know if do you know anything about David Morenz or if he's been fired?
I do not.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is the problem we have. And if we want to make it better, there's going to have to be something in the bill. If we put forward a bill, if we put forward more legislation, there has to be some penalties involved. You know, I think without that, we're not going to get anywhere. I think one thing we could do maybe together would be to see if the chairman would make inquiries as to whether what did you was Dr. Morenz fired? Was he punished? Has he been suspended? I think I have seen somewhere in the press that maybe he's been suspended, but it's all sort of kept quiet. And because he can get away with this, and then the NIH still gets away with this, I think they think they're Teflon. They think they're completely immune, and it is disappointing because Senator Peters has signed now several letters, and one of them is probably 6 months old. And we're not asking for the secrets to the Manhattan Project. We're not asking for the atomic weaponry secrets. We're asking for NIH deliberations over what is dangerous, what is not dangerous research, and they
But as we all know, the NIH is corrupt. They won't share basic information, as Rand Paul said. It's not even classified, and they won't share this information. They don't want to get in deep doo doo because they know that they have done something wrong. That's my suspicion.
they basically have told Senator Peters and myself go fly a kite. And I don't think this should be partisan. Somehow the whole thing got wrapped up and became partisan. And if you wanted to look for these records, you had to be part of this vast right wing conspiracy. So I wanted to mention that U.S. Right to Know, I think, has done great yeoman's job on it, but I don't think you're part of the vast right wing conspiracy. I understand you worked for Ralph Nader for over a decade. I'd just like you to clarify for the record, you're not part of the vast right wing conspiracy.
No, I am not.
And it's really, I can.
I might be part of the vast right wing conspiracy. No, wait, no, not really. But yeah, I mean, this is a pretty good video. If you want to watch the whole thing, it's on Forbes. But obviously, unfortunately, the government just doesn't want to address this issue. The Faucis of the world are trying to hide the truth from us, I think, because they know they've done some things that they weren't supposed to be doing. And Homeland Security just gets bad news after bad news. Republicans are looking um, to get Mayorkas, right? Possibly to impeach him. So he should be in prison as well. I mean, Homeland Security is a oxymoron at this point, right? There's just no truth to it whatsoever. The border crisis is costing Americans, $500 billion per year with all the extra police services and housing services and so on. And a big part of that is because of Homeland Security and, of course, the Biden administration. And nobody knows what the heck Homeland Security is supposed to do. It doesn't defend us from anything. It's completely useless. So might be time to get rid of it. Might have been Bush's worst decision to start the HMS.